Greetings. This is Samarth, student number 8945462, and I will be taking you through test 2 of Windows Server Administration 2. Now, first things first, I have created a test 2 client just to test the deployment of the whole test of the whole lab. So, I have this opened right here. So, what I'll be doing is I'll just go through the initial steps of it so that the setup can run in the background. So if I quickly click next, it will ask me to log in. I will log in real quick. um, this is to connect me to the Windows deployment server. Yeah, so now the setup will connect to my Windows deployment server. So yeah, so I'll let this installation run in the background until I take you through my lab. Now this lab is to create a Windows deployment server which we can use to deploy servers upon or not upon on a network. So the first part was to create a domain controller VM, which I have done right here, as you can see, upon which I have installed ADDS and DHCP roles and features. So I have created a domain which you can see right here, which is 5462 test2.local, and I've promoted this VM to the domain controller. And a very important prerequisite for this lab was to also set up DHCP onto the domain controller, which I have done, which is evident through right here. So now, if I quickly go to my second virtual machine, which is the Windows deployment server machine, uh, what I've done here is I've added, first of all, with a very important step was to add this to the domain 5462 slash test2.local, which I have done, which is evident right here. Next step was to install the Windows deployment services role, which I have also done, which is where you can look right here. I've done it. Now quickly, if I can go to the Windows deployment server services, which is right here. There you go. Here is where we create and configure our Windows deployment server. So if you can quickly expand the servers tab, it will show you my server, which is 5462 test2 wds dot 5462 test2 dot local. This is my Windows deployment server. Now, some of the important parts that I'll be taking you off this server is, first of all, the install images. Now for that I have to create a new image group with the name of Windows 10 images, and if I can quickly double click on that, it will give you the image that I've added. This image is Windows 10 Pro image and it is currently online, as you can see right here. Next step is to add a boot image, which I have also done, which you can quickly see right here, Microsoft Windows setup. This boot image is also online, which you can see right here. Now very important step next is to add a driver group. I have a driver group 1 right here, which if I expand, it will give you the package that I've installed right here, which is VMXNet3. This will be used, this adapter will be used for our Windows deployment. Also, no, that is it for the Windows deployment server. Next step was to download the Windows Development and Access Kit, through which we can install the Windows System Image Manager. This Windows System Image Manager is basically what we use to create a catalog file and an answer file. So if I can quickly expand this, as I said before, the very initial step of creating an answer file is to create a catalog file, which I have done right here. The catalog file is Windows 10 Pro, and it'll give you these components which you can use to create an answer file. Now moving to the answer file, I'll quickly close the current untitled one and I'll open my own. which is 5462 answer file, which is an XML document. I will open it real quick, and there you go. There is my answer file. Now, basically, an answer file is what we use to configure some of the settings of our Windows deployment, or our Windows machine. Um, so basically, I've created the answer file. I have done all the required. I've filled up all the required fields that were asked in the test2 document. I'll be uploading a copy of this to the submission Dropbox. Um, and yeah, that is it for the answer file. As you can see, I've basically done everything. I've set up the passwords. I have set up the local accounts, set up the languages, and basically everything which was asked on in the test2 file. Another very important step which I also did was to um add this answer file to my image. As you can see, I have browsed the unattended file, which is our answer file here, and I've also allowed the image to install in unattended mode, which is very important to attach our. It is very important to attach our answer file to the install, so that the configuration which we entered in the answer file can go through the whole install process. So yeah, I think that is it for the lab. If I can quickly close this and take you to the client. As you can see, the installation has been completed. If I can quickly just go through this wizard, and um, it will take me to the sign up page. I don't want to connect to an internet. Continue with limited setup. Accept everything. And as you can see, it will take me to the login page. Now, as you can see, the predefined user which we did in the answer file is right here with the name of Samarth Argade. And if I enter the password which I set in the answer file here, and there you go, I was able to log in. um, this part, it will take a second, so I'll just most probably fast forward this or cut this, or if it is under 10 minutes, I would not really like to disturb the footage. So let's see. Until this is happening, if I can quickly talk to you about the reflections of this lab. The very first one was to understand the what Windows deployment services are and how important they are when it comes to deploying server on a network in which multiple computers are connected. It can be really helpful in some of the business, some businesses in which Windows needs to be deployed on multiple computers. That is one thing. Another thing was I learned a lot about the install and the boot images, which are a part of Windows setup, which are used which we used in our Windows deployment server. Another one was answer files, which I was really unaware of before doing this test. Answer files can be a really useful tool when it comes to setting up our Windows deployment, and just having some of the configurations predefined using the answer file can also be a very useful thing. So yeah, that is that. I'll just quickly click accept, and there you go. Windows has been deployed. Um, and yeah, so that is it for test 2. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.